Welcome to JB Trio Podcast, Season 4, Episode 14. I'm Lee McDonald Jr.
Chris, the third highest average in league. Woodmansey.
Oh, excuse me. Mark, the Ancient Warrior Merchant.
I thought that was your new intro. And joining us tonight is the hottest bowler in all of JB Trio, Mr. Mike Henderson. Welcome, Mike.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Welcome.
Anytime. We're happy to have you. You definitely earned it.
I made it to the
bowler
big
of the
league.
week. You're probably like bowler of the month or the last 2 months.
Let me just say,
You are the MVP.
Okay, that's a little bit too much.
he is the
A little
MVP.
bit too much.
And a fan of the podcast. I hear you've listened to all of our episodes.
I am.
Who's your
Yes, sir.
Who's your
Here
favorite?
you are. This is your episode.
Who's your favorite to listen, Michael?
Hey, we haven't started the probing yet.
I'm just saying, who's your favorite? Who's your favorite? Why do you listen to the podcast?
I thought you were going to say for you, obviously.
Hey, you know, it's entertaining for me. Chris, you might be too young to remember Monday Night Football with Howard Cosell and Dandy Dunn and man,
wow.
yeah. I mean, you guys kind of remind me of that.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely look it up.
Yeah, you know,
Yes.
Lee is like Howard Cosell.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, my God. Wow. That's a little before my time. That's perfect for you and Mark. So you and Mark could definitely reminisce about the good old days.
Mark kind of reminds me of Dandy Dunn Meredith.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, Dandy Don.
Dandy Don.
Those were the good old days. But that was before Chris's time.
I don't even know who that is.
Wow.
You claim to be a Cowboy fan, too.
Dandy
Yeah,
Dunn.
Dandy Don. Look him up.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So last week we had week number 34, week 34 in the books. We're down to, let's see, 35, 36, 37, 38. So we got 4 more weeks left. And of course, our guest, Mike Henderson, bowls on the infamous Ricky and the Two Mix. And they are currently still in first place. And they crushed it again this past week. We'll start with those guys. They were Mark.
Okay, I'll jump in right here. Lee, every single week you're giving this team number 6 a lot of love.
Yeah, lots of it.
Lots of it. And Neil, I thought Neil had some infatuation with Mike Henderson there for a bit on a couple of past episodes. But I got to say, this team, Ricky and the Two Mix, is the real deal. I mean, they are the real deal. And I tried to pull all the stops this past week. I bought Henderson 3 fireballs. I went and got Ricky a couple of shots of fireball, and I even bought one for Mike Ensline. None of it worked. None of it worked. And highly impressed with the way Mike Henderson was throwing the ball. And I did tell Neil, I forgive him. He's right. I see where he was talking and giving the love to Mike Henderson because, man, he showed it on the lanes last week. He was dominant. I mean, he was around that pocket almost every shot.
Okay, you're talking about love, but what you're doing now?
No, I mean, look, the guy deserves it. I mean, he didn't pull a Woodmansey. He was around the pocket on the right side, too, pretty much all night. Third game, it kind of dried out a bit because, for everybody, it got a little bit hairy in the third game, but got to hand it to that team. They're solid.
Yes, they definitely are. And they won, looks like 29 out of 48. So it was a good performance by the team. Ricky bowled pretty good. And Mike Henderson just killed it. Mike, you ended up with Bowler of the Week again. This was the highest pin total that you made out of all your Bowler of the Weeks that you had for the last 2 months. I think you've had it. I think this will be number 4 or 5. And that's an accomplishment in and of itself. Out of a 30-person league, 30 bowler league, you have made Bowler of the Week 4 out of 8 times this last 2 months, culminating with the best one that you've had is 138 over your average, and you just did it. So congrats, buddy. You are.
Dang, congratulations.
I mean, I think this guy's sandbagging.
Yeah, he's pretty much is. He pretty much
I think he's sandbagging because, man, I think this guy baited up.
Oh, he baited you all right.
Yeah, this is a switch and bait. When he said he was getting eye surgery, that was a bunch of bullshit. He just went. He went out. He was just going out to buy. He wanted to get the fashion statement out there, so he was looking for a pair of glasses.
I think he wanted to become the what was it called back in your time? The million dollar man, right?
Wow.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, he's looking the part.
Yeah,
he's looking the part.
I didn't wear those glasses last week.
No, you didn't. You
I
didn't
didn't.
need them. No, you didn't need them. All those fireballs were doing enough.
Mark, you were missing one key element.
Uh-oh.
And what was that?
You didn't get Ends line of pizza.
Oh,
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I didn't. Yeah.
Missed one
You know
element,
what,
so
though?
you couldn't put it all together until you get that done.
I thought, though, giving him a shot would do the trick because initially he didn't want it. But, man, he took it down and he bowled all right.
I'd say so. That your team, Mike, the highest winning percentage the whole year. And I'm not talking about just this half, but the whole year. You guys have 900 points, which no hit team right now currently has 900 points. You're at 906, 57% winning percentage, the highest in the league. The next one is Brady Bunch at 56. And you guys have clearly dominated the league. And I've said this for probably 3 or 4 months that there's no beating you guys. You guys are unbeatable. I don't believe you've lost in that amount of time. I'm riding you guys to the end, so don't let me down.
He's only saying all this because he wants you to fuck up.
No, never.
He's putting all that pressure on you.
Yeah, he's putting all that pressure like he did my team, and look where we're at.
Yeah. Yeah. The Titanic is tooting the foghorn. They are lost in the fog.
Oh yeah. They're making a movie about us right now.
So just to finish off where we left off, that was Ricky and the two Micks beating down the team of I'd Hit That Better. Then the next pair, Team 7 against Team 4, it was Neil, the Brady Bunch team, getting beat down by Team 4, which is the Pocket Pounders. Wow. They actually made a comeback this past week, taking 32 out of 48 from Neil's team, which is they've been on fire, and they finally hit a speed bump, and it was called Rick Connor. Rick Connor shot nearly 600 on this 1-foot approach from his hip surgery, who's been bowling really good lately, and he's kind of ignited his team. And Logan bowled good. Caden bowled really good. I think he shot 650. He was second highest bowler of the week. So they kicked Neil Brady's butt. That's Chris's favorite.
Yeah, I'm telling you, though, the Pocket Pounders, the team that if the three of them show up, they would be tough. Yeah. They're going to be tough to beat. And it's just a shame that they had the injury, you know what I mean? Because it really took that team apart.
Brought them back down.
Yeah, they did. And not many teams can take on the Brady Bunch. Of course, Ricky and the two Micks can, but not many teams can take down the Brady Bunch, and Pocket Pounders had their way with them all night. And the Brady Bunch didn't bowl bad. They shot nearly 2,100, but the Pocket Pounders shot 2,119. So, I mean, when you shoot 2,100, that's damn near 700 man. So, I mean, that's tough. That's a tough night. All right, so the next pair, we've got Team 2, Good Frame Gentlemen. They got their butts beat by Team 10. They made another good showing. Team 10 is 2 marks and a spare. That's with Jerry Boudreaux. They kicked butt, and they ended up taking 32 out of 48 from Good Frame Gentlemen. Elena had another rough night. She even said that she's done after this season, which is kind of rare. She was one of the first to form a team for the Summer League and bowl with Ricky, but after this week, she come up and said she's not going to do it. She's dropping out of the league after the league's done. Wow. So we're sad to see her go.
Well, she told me that she would come back if Chris would team up with her.
Hey, Chris, are you willing?
I want to say yes. I want to find out. I want to say yes. I want to find out if she really would come back for me.
200 average bowlers.
I mean, yeah, I hear you. Trust me, I see the potential.
Well, I can understand. She's
Yeah, no, I think you should talk to her because maybe one of the weeks you could come down with the skirt.
there you go.
Okay, there we go.
There you go. If you take on that bet, like we said,
there we go. There's my answer.
I mean, you guys can have a hell of a team.
There's my answer.
All right. Next pair, team 3. That is, I'd hit that harder. The original, I'd hit that with Dwayne. Richard had a stellar night. He's kind of been on the mend and making a comeback. And Trent, who has been bowling on the Mike Henderson level, had almost a 600 himself and shot. I think he took 3rd spot for bowler of the week. Ended up having a great night. Dwayne bowled consistent. He's got over 200 average, and he's been bowling right around that, holding up his team, and they won 36 out of 48 against Team 5, which is favorite team to beat up on. However, and we're going to find out right here the reason why. Our very own Chris decides to call in at the very last second. Dwayne claims that he was too chicken to bowl him. We'll find out now. So they bowled against Team Titanic. Team Titanic brought in a sub. One of our first bowlers, Matthew Macy, bowls on Thursday nights, had a 180 average, but he shot over 600. But even with that, because of how bad Brian bowled, unfortunately, they did not bowl. They did not win. I forget they also missed another bowler. They missed Christian. So it was actually Brian and I think it was it George that bowled with you guys? So George bowled and then Brian bowled with George and Matthew. But you guys got your butts kicked. So Chris, why don't you tell us what happened? Where were you?
I mean, okay, so I had a birthday dinner to go to on Camilla's side. He didn't want me to miss it because of the family, apparently. She said, basically, this is more important than bowling. And
Christian did?
Yes. A happy life.
You weren't like the chef of the party, were you?
Wow. We know who wears the pants in that family then, huh?
I think so.
Very much so.
Yeah.
I think so.
So, and Christian, he didn't make it. He couldn't come because he was tired.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he was tired. Yeah. But I think he's just tired of being last place. I mean,
don't you guys know team comes first?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's what I was taught.
I mean, I know you guys are having a tough time holding down last place, but...
Yeah, like bros before hoes, right? I mean, I hear
that's right.
Hey, the reason why they're in last place, everybody gets pumped up when they're bowling against Chris. I mean,
that's no joke.
Hey, we could lose every game. It doesn't matter. Just beat the Titanic.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God.
That's like Texas OU weekend. It doesn't matter.
That's a big day.
Hey, Mike.
Oh,
hey. Oh, yes.
That's our special.
How you doing?
Yes, that stranger.
That's our special guest, Jennifer.
Hope all's well.
Oh, hey, everything is well. Very well.
Good stuff.
Because it's my team, involves my team. We did a Kiss Your Sister night with the Boyers Boys team, 24-24. Nobody really wanted to beat the other team, so Kiefer wasn't there. They actually brought in Joey Robb. He wanted to bowl against his namesake. That's our team name, Joey Robb. He said that he's always wanted to beat himself. Well, he beat himself that night pretty good. Beat off himself. But they only took 24 from us. We took 24 from them, so it was a Kiss Your Sister night.
Yeah, that is.
All right. Standings-wise, Ricky and the two mix. Mike Henderson's team, they're at 444, still sitting in first. They added a little bit of an extra cushion to their first place lead against my team. Joey Robb, we're at 435 in second. Brady Bunch fell, not drastically, but quite a bit, 394. So they're about 41 points down out of second. And in fourth, Boyers Boys made up some ground. They made it to fourth. They're at 385. I'd hit that better. Mark's team, 379 in fifth. Good Frame Gentlemen in sixth at 359. I'd hit that harder, 350. Dwayne's team, Pocket Pounders, 297. There's 8th, 9th places, 2 marks in despair, 291. And then there's the Titanic at 266.
The best team in the league. The best team in the house.
Just like you always say, if you flip it upside down, you're in first.
Yes. See? They always say the best for last.
That's right.
You're going to get a patch for getting 10th place.
You should. We shouldn't even count that first half.
Yeah.
So, guys, we got 4 weeks left of bowling, and we're sitting on here with a team that I believe is going to win the whole friggin' league. They're going to take first place in the second half, and then they're going to bowl the winner of the first half. Good frame, gentlemen. I just think, Mike, you guys are on such a hot streak, and I know you've listened to the podcast the last few months. I've been saying that you guys are definitely a clear shot at first place. How does it feel? I mean, you guys have been kind of down in the dumps, but you're basically kicking ass and taking names and leaving everybody behind. How's it feel?
We never saw this coming. We were satisfied like being middle of the pack, around fifth.
Yep.
And I say about a month ago, I told Mike, I say, I think we can get to third. He said, I don't think so. I say, let's do it. So I started practicing more. And seems like if I bowl okay, Ricky bowls well. So we finally found out the secret there. I'm going to have to practice so Ricky could bowl better. So it's been working.
That it has.
I got to say, the schedule favors you because in a couple of weeks, you got the Titanic.
That's a beautiful thing. We're waiting on that.
That is a beautiful thing.
You know what? We're gonna have to post bowl that day.
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, Team 6 is deadly when they bowl by themselves.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
you guys-
Neil's team found out.
That's true.
yeah, Neil's team took a beating when they when they pre-bowled. And then I think there was another time, I think you might have been bowling the Titanic and they didn't show up and you bowl well.
Yeah, Titanic, yeah.
So I think they're afraid of you, so they probably won't show up.
Yeah, we got one more regular week, and then after that, we have our makeup week from the time that we took the week off in the winter for the bad weather.
Yep.
And then after that, position round to see who wins the half of the league. And then the sweeper week is our last week, but the two teams that bowl heads up for the grand champion. So these next 4 weeks, it's basically the most crucial time of the league.
Okay, so is it 3 weeks, Lee, that count? Like tomorrow night and then the makeup night and then position round? So there's 3 that count and then the sweeper?
That's right.
Okay,
That
so
is
there are
right.
3 weeks that count. So
Correct.
this is it. 3 weeks.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So we're in the month of May, which is the last month of the league. We've been bowling now since September of last year. So every league in the country, in the world, that bowls the fall will typically start in September and it finally ends in May. And we finally reached that point. So, and Mike, you guys, I don't think I've seen a team dominate this since I've taken over JB Trios in 2017.
Yeah,
Right,
you know,
you guys did dominate, but it's did.
you dominated and then you choked it.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Listen to the first word he said. He dominated.
Mike, a good team name for you guys next year if you bowl is The Real Deal. The Real Deal.
I would say so.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You need to change that team name next year to The Real Deal.
Hey, don't give us too much credit now.
No, you guys are good.
Oh, you guys earned it. You guys have definitely earned it.
We're just rolling. Everything just started to click for us. I don't know where it came from, but it's there.
Okay.
You know, I was going to tell you, Mike, everybody that's joined the podcast, the very next night when they bowled, they shit the bed.
Uh-oh. Don't say that.
Yeah.
Don't say
I
that.
think this is why Lee invited you.
Well, I do know that Ron was our guest last week, and you guys got your ass kicked.
Well, I don't know. Ron rode the 245 against us.
Yeah, he did.
He did. Oh, yeah.
And you bowled great. You had 200s that night. You had almost damn near had a 6.
That was the first. At the beginning of the season, my goal was to get at least 1 200 and a 500 series.
Now you're averaging that. You've been on that for the last month.
Yeah.
You need to up that goal to 600.
It's called Michael the Sandbagger Henderson.
Oh my God.
Well, we've been very impressed. I know I've been extremely impressed. I know you and I bowled together last summer in the doubles, and this is a complete turnaround. You've basically made us all believers, and I'm still gonna. Once we get to beat Mark's picks, I'm gonna pick you guys. So it's a no-brainer.
But if the question is Michael gonna pick himself?
Oh, hey, I didn't think about it like that.
Ooh. Hey,
Well,
I have faith in my team.
I'll give you some advice, Mike. Stay away from the Titanic.
It's going to be your best choice to pick them. Welcome to Chris Probes the Guest, featuring Michael Henderson, an all-time pro with the sandbagging average. Hey, Michael, thank you for joining us for the podcast. Thank you so much. So, as you know, Chris probes you. I'm going to dig in deep. I'm going to go in strong. I'm going to go in pretty hard. So you get to know why you bowl, and why you do what you do. Bear with me on these questions. Answer them honestly, or just tell us what you want us to hear. You're bowling on a very unique, or is it very common for this team to be with? Like the people you're with, Ricky and the other Michael.
I bowled with Michael last season, so I was familiar with him. I was comfortable with him. Our other bowler was stolen from, somebody.
Oh, yeah. Who was that again?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Christian.
Yeah.
He bowled with you guys, and then somebody recruited him and signed him up as a free agent, just like in football. And next thing you know, he's Christian Woodmansey.
Yeah, and he's ruined his career.
Yeah, it's like I want to say like he got drafted to the Browns, and they're just sucking right now.
Oh, man.
He just ruined his career.
Yep.
So it's like Deshaun Watson. He was with the Texans, and he got drafted by the Browns, and all of a sudden it's downhill.
No, it's downhill. It's never coming back again. He has tainted his profile, his resume.
He's a taint.
Mm-hmm. He really did. I feel really bad though. But anywho, so you like the team you're with? Are you going to be with them in foresee future of JB Trios?
Well, it all depends on if they'll have me.
I think.
Or if they have you. I mean, sorry, you have them. So you have them.
Well, hopefully, me and Mike stay together.
Would you consider yourself the star player of the team?
Oh no. I'm gonna put that on N's line. I mean, yeah. I mean, he's steady. Ricky and I, we're kind of up and down, but we can always depend on Ensline to do his thing.
Really?
Yeah. Just my opinion.
That's a nice way to put it. Ensline is consistent. You have been the star of the team, though, the last month and a half, bowling 3 or 4 out of 5 bowlers of the week. I'd call you probably the bowler of the last 2 months.
Why is it, though, that everybody we bowls one of their greatest series? You know what I mean? I mean, we're definitely the punching bag of this league, our team.
Ever since you named it, I'd hit that better.
Yeah. It's like other teams are hitting it better.
Yeah. I think team name has a lot to do with it.
Damn, man. We're just getting killed every week. Now, and I guarantee you next week we're going to get blown out again. Somebody's going to shoot an all-time high.
So, Mike, what was your old team name? I think you had it last season. What were you guys called, you and Mike Ensline?
Was it a Good Frame Gentleman?
No, I don't think it was that. Do you remember what it was, Mike?
No.
I can't either. I'd have to look it up.
That was a forgettable season, I guess, huh, Mike?
Yeah, exactly.
Wait.
I can't even remember the name of his team.
That's what I was bringing up.
What's it called? The Mighty Mites?
He wiped it out of his brain.
What, last year? Our team name.
Wasn't it Ball Gaggers?
No. I think it's called the Mighty Mites.
That wasn't that either.
No, last year we went with Triple X.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That's why you guys never saw a Triple X.
Yeah. And Ensline was solid. And Kristen, I mean, he was doing what I'm doing this year.
He was. I remember he had a good finish last season.
Yeah. So I think a few months ago I bowled a 99 and I got pissed off. And
that was your lowest game of 3 years.
And ever since then, I go practice bowl. One thing I realized, everybody in the league bowls more than 3 games, and I was the only one bowling 3 games every week. I say, hey, I need to do some practice or something. And that's the only difference, really.
The true motto of practice pays off really is paying off here.
Yeah, but I've been going by myself and just working on different things. It went from just having fun to I want to win. So the mindset changed too.
And you go by yourself. That's the reason why Christian's falling apart. He didn't go by himself.
Yeah, I mean, he is now. So, so Michael, leading off of that, what you just said. So going into, if you were to take first place in this half, you'll be going against good friend gentlemen without Elena. Maybe not at her best. How will you feel going into that battle or that game with the mindset that you have currently?
I feel good about us. You know,
Yeah, but
we just try to win now. Before we were intimidated by all you guys because all you guys are real good bowlers. But now,
hmm But
we,
now
we
you get
winning
that 90%
percentage.
handicap that was increased this year that
yeah,
made
but
you win.
I like it. I like that though. I think I like the fact that I was a proponent 90% because look at how the league has been really competitive. I think making it 90%, I think has helped. I know a lot of people were against that, but I think it's made the league competitive.
I can speak for the last place team here. So, and all the last place teams here. So, I don't think it has helped anything.
Wow, sounds like two different sides of the spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's ask the man himself. I mean, you guys have had a lot of handicap this past season, but your guys' bowling speaks for itself. I mean, it's kind of like how we played poker the other night. If you got a good hand, good luck to you beating it. I mean, that's what you guys have pretty much told the other teams. Like, hey, guys, we're going to bowl above our average. Good luck to you. You guys have been killing it on the lanes.
So, with that being said, basically what he's saying is, Michael, does handicap mean anything to you?
well, yes,
It evens the playing.
it kept us in the middle.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the last few months, we're not trying to rely on the handicap. We're actually trying to win.
Yes.
There we go. Okay.
You
I like
You
that.
had, yeah, when I looked down at your score, you had what, a spare and then 7 or 8 in a row. What does that tell you as far as handicap? I mean, there's no bowler that's going to bowl that good consistently. So, I mean, you're basically doing the bowling. I mean, if anybody's going to try to outmatch you, you're outmatching them. You're saying, give me your best, and I'll give you my best, and we'll see what happens.
Well, we try to take away the excuse because of the handicap.
That's good. No, that's respectable.
Exactly.
That's respectable.
If it took me to start practicing, that's what I did. I was the low man on the team. Mike and Ricky were holding me up for months. Man, Ricky looked at me one day. I say, "Oh man, this kid want to whoop my ass."
That's Ricky for you. I mean, it's crazy.
That is Ricky.
Yeah. So I mean, between that and me bowling a 99, I just my whole mindset just changed.
Well, yeah, he's a good bowler and been the best bowler in the league as far as bowling above average. So there's no stopping you. So
Basically,
but you got to finish the deal, though. You got 4 weeks left. You got to finish the deal.
Finish that strong.
You know, the podcast jinx could stop him.
That doesn't exist.
We'll see tomorrow. This podcast jinx.
I mean,
could stop.
look at Ron. Ron said, "I think we got it. I think we got it. They freaking suck."
Yeah, we had.
Look, Mike said it himself. Ron shot 245. It wasn't Ron.
Yeah, it's a team effort.
It was somebody else's fault.
It's a team effort.
We also had Jared on one time, and he sunk like a ship. So did Kyle.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm always on the podcast, so look at my team.
Oh yeah.
Michael, the last question, and this is going off what your mindset is currently right now. So you want to improve, you want to be the best, and you want to play with the best and keep up with the best bowlers. So going on to like future teams and future playing in the league, what if I were to add you to my team? Would you leave your team currently to play with me?
What, it end up like Titanic? Hold on.
Different outcomes.
Or what would Mark put on this? Mark would say, "Oh, hell no."
I mean, different players mean different outcomes. You know that as a football player, different players can make a different team. So we might be a perfect match.
I mean, look what it's done for Christian.
Well, I mean, let's think about it. Last year, your wife was on your team, and she refused to bowl with you now, and you guys ended up in last place.
No, that's not the way it happened. I kicked her off my team.
We were told differently.
She got sick of the car rides home.
Yeah.
I became a free agent. Mhm.
He kept scolding her on the way home.
So I mean, like, the question is, like, would you leave your team to be on my team?
I like our team. I do.
Perfect answer. Perfect.
Yeah. And I was going to say, Ricky wouldn't even bowl with you, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, we gel together, and I finally figured out Ricky. All I need to do is get him a Dr. Pepper, and he's good.
There you go.
Really?
The secrets of bowling.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. I'm glad, but maybe you'll change your mind throughout the season. Okay.
That means Chris ain't done asking.
Nope.
And I got one last question for Mike. When you first started bowling, let us know how you first started in starting league, and then how you first started with JB Trios.
Wow. I bowled as a kid. I even bowled in high school. And
Nice.
back then, I never used my thumb. I just used two fingers.
Really? I'd have never guessed that.
So when what was important to me, I guess when I started, was getting the spin on the ball.
Yeah.
I did that for years and had a decent average. And then my back started bothering me. So I had to switch up. So I started JB Trios, 3-4 years ago?
Yep.
Maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
It's around them, yeah.
And the first couple of years, I was still having back issues.
Oh.
And I just had to figure something out.
Yeah.
Hey, my first team, I was with Joey and Clint.
Oh, dang. That's right. Yep. Yeah. I think that was Good Frame Gentlemen, I think, if I remember.
Yeah. So, I mean, those guys were great. So they held me up.
Yeah. They were really good.
Yeah, really good. And then I've always had pretty good teams, but something always happened. And the last
bowl with Mallory and
I did. And she was fun. Yeah. Mallory was
I
fun.
think is her last name now. So I remember that team.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to think of some of the other teams. Didn't you bowl with
and Toby and his wife?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, I remember.
And then there was a year where I had a hard time holding the team together. It seemed like something happened to both bowlers every other month. I can't remember. That may have been the COVID year, I think.
I mean, remember the two girls he bowled with? The two girls?
Yes, they were fun. I think they're in Corsicana now.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's
what was it, Samantha?
Wasn't it Sam?
Yeah, Sam. Yeah.
Sam and her wife.
Yeah.
I can't remember her name.
And they were fun. You know, I was just having fun then, but lately I want to win now. So it switched over from fun to winning. I'm so sorry, Lee. I tried to do better during the summer, but
Yeah, didn't you bowl with those two girls you picked up at Northwest Highway?
What?
Hey, they quit because I wouldn't pay them.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but they were fun. But
a bunch of fun times. Yeah, you've been one of our more loyal bowlers. I mean, you've been a free agent for those years. I think we finally got you a home team now, so I'm happy to see it. And you guys have definitely killed it and are leading the pack, and no looking back. I think you guys are going to win it. It's good to hear your history, and it's paying off finally. This is the year of Mike.
Yeah, and I'm happy you hung it out too, because like Lee said, you were like the free agent of the league. You know what I mean? And that's not an easy position to be in. You know. And you hung it out year after year after year. And look I've been in this league probably maybe 15 years and probably been on 7 different teams in 15 years. And it's not easy to have to fill a slot when somebody leaves and try to catch on with somebody. So I appreciate you hanging in there.
Yeah.
Who can ever forget that 3 for Fellatio team?
Yeah.
Now, one time I thought I was going to have Chris's dad as a bowling partner, but I think his schedule wouldn't allow it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember that. Yes.
Jesse.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, I thought that would have been good.
Yeah, I think it was. Did you bowl with? I think it was it George or Eddie? I can't remember. But yeah, I remember that season when you started out and Chris's dad only showed up for like a couple weeks.
Yes.
Yeah, scheduling, but I thought that would be good because I think we had the same ball.
Yeah, y'all did the quantum.
Here's the problem, though. He pulled the Woodmansey and he didn't show up after 4 weeks.
The OG of Woodmansies.
Yes, that's the problem.
Is it though? Is that the problem?
Is it? Is it? Well, that was Chris Pro.
Oh, the hard one.
Here we go with another segment of Beat Mark's Picks. And here it is, week 35, and there's still a shot for last place and second place. Last week's total, everyone went 2 and 3, even our guest.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yep.
we're high. No $10 for either
Has
one
that
of us.
happened before
No,
where everybody got the same?
Everybody got the same. It turned out that the two matches that we all took the same, both lost.
Jeez.
And that was, we all voted that Neil, the Brady Bunch, were going to win.
Yeah.
They lost. And
didn't Mike Henderson win? Right?
team 2, we all took team 2, which was Good Frame Gentlemen. And they lost. We lost the two matches that we all took the same. And then
So
we
it's
just
kind of
split.
like a kiss your sister on the cheek night.
Yeah, and then we split it. And of course, Lee, your match was 24-24, so I gave that a W for all of us. So things could have been a lot worse.
It could have.
Yeah, but rounding it out, 41 wins, 26 losses. Lee, you're 33 and 34, and Chris rounding it out at 31 and 36.
Still have a chance.
There is still room.
A chance.
Still room for second place.
Yeah, first place is locked.
Yep. And there's still room for last. First and last.
That could be locked up by Chris.
Yeah, so let's see if you can fare better than some of our guests in the past, Mike. Some of our guests in the past haven't done so well. But our first match is Team 1, Joey Robbed versus the Pocket Pounders.
The all of a sudden surging Pocket Pounders.
The Pocket Pounders. And, when they get those three together, they are tough to beat.
Yeah, and Rick has ignited his team. I'm going to carry on the tradition as much as it has hurt and affected my own score, but I'm still good. I'm not a superstitious person. I'm kind of a little stitious. So I think I will go with Pocket Pounders.
Oh, wow.
Y'all didn't catch my pun there.
No.
Yeah, I didn't catch it, Lee, but I'm going to take the Pocket Pounders. I'm going to take the Pocket Pounders, too. This spread in this game is 1 mark, 9 pins.
What?
You'll be giving the Pocket Pounders 9 pins.
And the gutter fluffer made another appearance last week on a
freaking
spare.
Wow.
I don't know what's going on. He's wearing the damn hoodie and mask again, I guess.
Oh, jeez.
3 weeks in a row he's made an appearance.
Wow.
I'm going with Joey Robb.
Oh, hey.
Leland is hot. Lee, you pretty steady. And my man Peyton can't ever go against him.
Yep.
That's the man there.
I remember a few years ago we did a thing called JB Trio Fantasy Bowling, which was a good concept.
Yeah.
And that's when you had formed
every
teams
week. Peyton.
Fantasy bowling, and Peyton was on your team. You picked him every week.
Yeah, every week.
And it paid off too. I think you won top 3 in that league, and it paid money.
Yep, you got to stick with what works.
That's right.
Hey, Mike, I'm going to give you words of advice here on these picks. Let Chris pick before you, then you know which way to go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's do that.
I'm actually going to go for Lee's team.
Oh, wow. 2 out of 4. I'll take it.
Yeah, you could still change your pick there, Mike, if you'd like.
It'd be a wrong pick, though. It'd be a wrong pick. I believe.
Yeah. I have faith in Peyton. I do.
Hey, there we go. All right. So this next pair involves Mark's team. It's team number 8. 2 marks. They're not 2 marks.
No.
I'd hit that better going up against team 3 for naming rights. I'd hit that harder.
Yes.
So who's going to hit it the hardest best?
This here is an easy pick. It's going to be I'd hit that harder.
What? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
This is your week to win every other week. This is the week.
No, our week to win was last week. It was last week, and they broke the streak. Yeah. Dwayne, Rich, and Trent, if all 3 of them, I feel like they're like the Pocket Pounders. If all 3 of those guys show up, they're a totally different team. You know what I mean?
Rich is like your guys' kryptonite
Yeah.
because every time he bowls you guys, like
Yeah.
probably the highest pin over average that's ever been since we started this thing
Yeah.
has been by Richard when he bowled 200 pins over his average.
And before he left last week, he told me he was going to see his pharmacist.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's picking up the steroids.
Yeah, so I know we're done. I mean, it's an easy pick.
He upgraded the needles this time. He was on pills. Now he's upgrading the needles.
Yeah, so we're done.
Yeah, you are done. Yeah, you know what? I'm going with I'd hit that harder because Rich is bowling you. Trent's been on a roll. Dwayne's been not pissed off. He's been bowling with a chip on his shoulder. And it's apparent that you guys are like Ron's bowling 245s and losing. So, I mean, you guys bowl your best, but the other team just bowls better. I don't know how. But I'm going to go with I'd hit that harder. They want their name back, by the way, so that's another reason.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, you go first this time before Mike.
Yeah, I am gonna go for I hit that hard.
Oh, okay, you going with Dwayne.
Yeah.
Any reason?
Because of what you all told me about his attitude, and like I think he's on revenge because he's been sucking this season.
He's probably going to bowl like shit because you picked his team. He's going to just do it for spite.
Okay, probably that too. Okay, we'll go with that.
Oh, I see what your reasoning is now because you want to make it bowl like shit.
Either way, still counts.
All right, Mike. So we let Chris go ahead. Now you can go the opposite.
I'm gonna go with I hit that better.
Oh, he is doing it. Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
I mean, Neil is hot,
Yeah.
and those boys, they can't lose 3 weeks in a row.
Can they though?
I just don't. I don't see that happening.
That is a good point. Because it would be
What's the
3.
spread, Mark?
This spread in this game is 51.
What?
51. They're getting 51.
Damn, that makes me feel better about picking them.
Yeah.
Wow, I'd never guessed.
All because
Yeah,
of
you
Trent.
know,
It's all because of
real-
Trent.
And really, our handicap is 60.
Wow.
And the Brady Bunch is 48.
So you
which
guys
leads-
are the second lowest then in the whole league.
Yeah, which leads the league. Yeah. I mean, that just goes to show you we've been bowling good.
Yeah.
But losing. Teams just.
Are you mad about that 90% handicap? Is that what
No.
I'm hearing? Is that
Nah, I'm not. I just say teams love bowling us.
Yeah.
They bowl their best.
Maybe you got to
Nobody-
rethink that buying drinks for the other team.
Yeah, I mean, I try anything I can do to get a win.
You get a win.
It might be because you're getting them loose. They feel good about, hey, this guy's buying me drinks.
Yeah, I do
Getting nice and
everything.
loose. Maybe that's what it is. They're just getting nice and loose.
I tried everything, but maybe I should have stuck with the pizza with Henderson.
Yes.
Einstein.
I think
Because that did work. That did work that one time.
It did that one time. All right, so next is Boyer's Boys, Team 9, who's really trying to get that first place spot, but they're running out of time. They're kind of desperate, and they're facing the good old Titanic. Since this is your team, Chris, you go first. What was that?
I'm gonna believe in us. Oh, I can feel it. But
Ugh.
I want to not. But I feel like we're gonna win this one. I had a hunch. I have a hunch that we're gonna win this.
Really?
Yeah.
Wonder if David Pride or Patrick Manning have anything to say about that.
Wait, is David Pride bowling or Andrew?
Ooh, it's a good question. I actually think it is Andrew now that I think about it.
Okay, yeah, we lost. Like, nope. David Pride's here.
No,
Yeah.
I'm serious though. I think
You're
it is
right.
Andrew. I think I remember David Pride coming up to me last week saying he's out and Andrew's in.
Yep, we're out.
You've beat Andrew before though.
No, yeah, I have, but I haven't been bowling well. So automatically, David Price team.
Wow.
All right, so
Changed it up.
you switching that up, huh?
Yes, yep. Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm going with Team 5 only because I'm going to be hearing this all night.
Not foul.
That's a foul line.
Not foul.
I got to go with Team 9, yeah, the Boyer Boys.
That's 2 for Boyer's Boys. Well, Mike, why don't you go first?
I got to go with Team 9.
Oh man.
Yeah. They're good. They're real good.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to back everybody up. I'm going
Yeah.
with Team 9.
Yeah.
Only because of all of a sudden, Chris, your team, I don't know why you guys are
Suck.
not bowling as much.
Yeah, we suck.
Not bowling as much together, I should
Definition
say.
sucking. Yeah, definition sucking.
I think if you guys all came together, you guys would.
What do you mean? We're there all together every week. What are you talking
Not
about?
last
You know what?
week,
But what lane are they bowling on? Because if it's
27, 28.
Okay, boy, yeah. Team 9. Hey, if it was the last two lanes, I would go with Chris.
Oh, thank you.
It's a good point. They're on that pair next week against the first place team.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm going. It's a unanimous vote. I'm going with Boys.
Yeah, that brings up something interesting. Yeah, Mike, next week you guys are on 31 and 32 against the Titanic.
Against the Titanic, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
No way,
Yeah.
Mike, since you're here and you won't be on next week, who you vote for that match? 31.
Oh, I got to go with my team. You know, yeah. I got to get the Dr. Pepper for Ricky, and we're good.
well, you know what you guys ought to do? Instead of coming down on Tuesday next week, bowl it on like another night, and so they'll end up bowling by themselves. Do a reverse psychology on them. You guys pre-bowl, post-bowl.
All season, I haven't bowled against them. The first time I think I was out a few weeks ago, they didn't come. We had to bowl by ourselves, so I couldn't miss this.
Oh yeah, and this is setup week before the position round. So, I mean, I don't know if Mike's team hit the jackpot, or it could be the opposite. Though you never know, because that's Chris's favorite pair. So it'll be an interesting night.
Oh, hold on. Hey, he has the brain Camilla.
What?
Oh, there you go. Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm good on that.
All right, so the next pair we've got Good Frame Gentlemen against Mike Henderson, Mike Ensline, and Ricky Boudreaux. So the Ricky and the two mix, the hottest team in the league. And I definitely already know who I'm picking, so I might as well just get it out of the way. I'm picking Mike's team.
Yeah, the spread in this game is 57 pins. So, Mike, your team gets 57 pins.
Oh, that's not actually not as much as they've been getting lately.
No, 57. And what's the deal with Alina? She's just not coming, or she's not going to bowl? Or?
She's going to finish out this fall
finish
league,
it out.
But she said after this, she's not bowling with us in the summer.
Okay. God, this is really tough. This is a tough one.
It is.
I got to I'll choose last. I got to see what the other two boys here are
All right, who wants to go next? Chris? Mike?
I'm going for Ricky's team.
Oh, yeah, that's a good pick.
That's a good pick.
Okay, well, that just sewed up what I was going to take now.
I had a feeling that's why you were waiting.
Yeah, I hate to do it, Mike. I'm a definite believer of your team, but knowing Chris's track record on picks,
wow, what?
I have to take Good Frame Gentlemen here.
Oh, that's a shocker.
Oh.
And look I'm doing it because, Chris has not been picking well this whole season.
Yeah, but you're picking against the guest of the week. Mr. 100 here, Mr. Player of the Week.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is probably going to be the toughest.
2 months.
I think this is going to be the toughest match of the week.
Wow.
It's not going to be easy for either of those teams.
I believe in you, Michael. I believe in you.
Oh, man.
That's why he just took Good Frame Gentlemen.
I'm better when you go against us, Chris.
No, I voted for Ricky's team. I voted for Ricky's team.
Oh, man.
Yeah, put the kibosh on you.
And notice, Mike, he said, I'm voting for Ricky's team, not Michael's team, but Ricky.
Yeah, Ricky's team.
You get that? Every time I vote for you, I would say I vote for Henderson's team. That's what I say. He says Ricky.
Well, he's trying to get Ricky on his team for the summer.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
that's true.
Right.
So, he can't go against Ricky.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got to go with Team 6.
There you go.
There we go.
Team 6. Okay, so there's one different.
Damn.
Oh, that's right. Well, no, I'm picking Team 6 too. Oh, you're saying because
I'm picking
Good
team. Yeah, I'm picking Team 2.
You're picking a non-exist team.
This could be the 1 week we start to catch up on.
Look, I will. Don't worry, Mike. I'll take you guys next week when you're facing the Titanic.
That'll be his quote: "The easiest pick of the year."
Yeah.
First place against last place. All right, we got one more pair, and that is the Brady Bunch against 2 marks and a spare. You would think would be an easy pick, but after last week, Brady's Bunch team lost and 2 marks and a spares won. I think they've won like 2 or 3 weeks in a row.
Yes.
125 pins here.
Wow. That is the biggest margin that we've had.
Talk about handicap bowling right here.
25.
And on 31-32,
Yeah.
Ooh.
But bowler of the week we got the bowler of the week on with us. Second, but was Gilbert, 705 and 108 over his average. So he could be coming off a great week and then ending up carrying it over to this week. I'm going to have to actually I'm going to give Neil a breakout week this week because getting down to the wire, and we need somebody to catch up Chris on that third spot and the highest average.
Yeah.
Oh man, I think Gilbert might even pass him.
It could be.
Yeah. And Alina.
So hey, I still get top 10, right? Or top 5. Top 5.
Yeah, Lee, I'm right with you. I'm going to take the Brady bunch here down at the wall. It's not going to be 125 pins is a lot, but just get the feeling watching them. Gilbert, he'll get it going. Of course, Jared will get it going, and then he breaks out his Flintstone ball for the 10 pin, which he never missed. I like that. As long as you got that Flintstone ball with him, they'll cover.
Yeah. What do you think, Mike?
It's a hard one.
I'm gonna have to go with Jerry's team.
Whoa, hey.
I'm gonna tell you why. I mean, she's been getting hot lately.
She has.
Yeah. So, and what with 127 pins? Yeah, I might go with them.
I like that pick, actually. It makes me
Yeah,
think
'cause,
about it. At 125 handicap they're getting. But yeah.
I mean, hasn't Jerry bowled a 200 this year?
I post the highest scratch. Let me see. Their team 10. Yes, she's bowled 213 this year.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So she's the little sneaker there. Yeah,
She's got it.
Yeah,
She's got
I mean,
dinner.
yeah. She'll bowl a 200 and she'll look and say, "I don't know what's happening." Yeah,
She played poker with us 2 weeks ago, and we kept crying her name out, saying, Jerry.
See.
So, yeah, it could be her week.
Yeah. So I do like Neil's team. I think they're damn good, but I think this will be the surprise of the week.
I may have to agree with you.
Yeah.
What do you think, Chris?
I picked Neil's team because we're talking about 2 Marks and a Jerry.
But you're not going with any of the reasons that Mike just said?
Yeah, exactly. No, they're a fluke.
Oh, God. We shall see. They'll have to prove Chris wrong.
I mean, if that's no, I'm not gonna make a bet. No, I'm good.
Oh, I was about to say.
No, wait. If Marks picks against me, I'm gonna bet him $10. I'm right.
No, I took Brady bunch.
Oh, you took Brady bunch? Okay.
Yeah, already. Yeah.
And it's going against his philosophy, picking against Chris.
You can change your
Yeah.
team. You can change your mind.
Yeah. Hey, I was going to say, I wanted to tell you guys too. I had a tremendous. I bet $100 that Mage would win that Kentucky Derby, and
Oh my God, you hit!
yeah, paid me like
What were the
$1,600.
odds?
I won about $1,600.
Wow.
16 to 1.
on
It was
100.
16 to 1 shot.
Yeah, it was 15 to 1, something like that. Yeah, so it paid the payoff to win was like $32.40 on a $2 bet, something like that.
Wow, holy shit!
Yeah.
Good job.
Nice.
Dinner on
Yeah.
Mark.
Yeah, I had in my, I bet a trifecta, and I had 2 of the 3 come in. I boxed the trifecta for only $20, and I had 2 of the 3 come in. It would have been nice if I had my other one come in, but
It would have.
but still, I ended up walking away with some big bucks.
Well, how about that?
Yeah.
Now, if you can just get Ricky to pay you back all the money he's owes you, he could double your money.
Yeah.
Well, congrats. And that's
Congrats.
just the first leg of the season, isn't it? Don't they have like 3 races every season?
Yeah, they got another 2. Yeah, like in 2 weeks, it's the Belmont Stakes, I think, and then in 2 weeks after that, it's the what is it? I know it's Belmont, Kentucky, Belmont, and I forget what the other one is. But yeah, it's 3 legs.
How much of that 1,600 are you going to invest?
No, look, I'm not a big horse bettor. It just so happened that it was I put it this way: there was a jockey that was on the winning horse. This is why I bet it. Happened to be listening to the newscast, and they were talking about the jockey he's lost 15 straight derbies.
Wow.
So he's lost 15 straight derbies, and he's on this horse that has been in the top 2 his last couple races. I just felt like this guy, he had the experience. I just felt like, this was going to be the time he was going to break out of it. So that's kind of why I rode the horse, is because of the jockey having a lot of derbies. But I'm not a big horse race fan. You know, a couple people happened to be going, so I ended up going with them. Turned out to be a great day.
Oh yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
You into horse racing, Mike?
No, I'm not.
Me neither. But for 1,600, I might be.
Yeah, I might be. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Well, congrats to Mark. How about that?
Yeah.
And then we had poker at Chris's the other night.
Yeah, how'd that turn out?
Yeah, I don't know, Chris. Why don't you tell him what happened to you?
So
Fruit roll-ups?
No, I don't remember.
He didn't have any fruit roll-up stories, but he had. What was that you were drinking?
Man, glazed donut, and I was taking a lot of shots with a friend named Kat. Every time she won a hand, we'll take a shot, and she was.
And he had probably anywhere between 10 to 15 shots in a 2-hour span.
Yes, and man, and I regret it. But I won $87. It was a good night for me. Lee made some money. Leland was out. Ricky freaking made money. He didn't freaking. He actually made
and yes, Mike, it's the same Ricky. Ricky came up.
Yeah.
And he cleaned house, and he doesn't know how to bet at all. Let me set up. He sat at my table for probably one of the worst beats I've ever seen. So he sat at my table. He was in a pot against one other guy. There was about 6 at our table. Everybody folded at the flop. They'd come out something stupid like 6-7 queen, and the one guy had aces. Ricky had nothing. He had like a 3-4, or he had like a 8-4 or something like that. And so guy with aces sees the flop. Ricky's goes first, and he says check. And because we have to encourage him how to bet, except if it comes down to a decision. So we're all encouraging Ricky and telling him, if you don't have anything, just check. If somebody bets against you, you got nothing, fold.
Yep.
But he never listens. So
Nope.
he checks. The guy got him dominated. He's got aces, and there's a lot of money in the middle. He's got aces, so the guy bets all in because he didn't have many chips left. He only had like $10 in chips, so it was a big bet. And Ricky calls him. So on the turn, they turn over their cards. Ricky's got jack shit. The only thing that he's got is a straight draw. But the guy's got him dominated. He's got aces. So they both turn it up. The guy bets all his chips. Ricky's got him covered. I think it was Phil, one of our former JB Trio bowlers.
Uh-huh.
And then, of course, what comes on the turn? A friggin' 5 makes Ricky a straight. He knocks the guy out of the tournament, and he was mad. You can fry an egg on his head. He was so pissed off at Ricky. I've never seen anybody pissed off at Ricky. He was pissed off at Ricky. He was really pissed.
Phil actually lost $80.
Yes, he was up, and Ricky, just because Ricky came to the table with slightly more chips than Phil, he knocked Phil out of the tournament. He was so mad.
Wow.
Phil actually was so mad that he took his last $7 in his wallet.
He put in.
And he bought it. He rebought for $7 worth of chips. And of course, that didn't last long.
No.
But yeah, that was at my table, and I felt so bad for Phil afterwards. I kept telling Phil that was probably the worst beat I've ever seen. It was bad. And he lost with aces. It was sad. It was a sad day for Phil. I hope Phil listens to this because he'll relive all the horror because he was so mad that night. He drove home so pissed off.
Oh yeah, very.
But yeah, it was a fun night. We had Gino show up. Gino played poker with us the very first night that we had it, like 2 months ago. Cleaned our clocks in. He actually cleaned our clocks again Saturday night. But since it's a cash out tournament and not a real tournament, he had to cash out at like midnight. So he left early, and the rest of us stayed till like 2:30. And Chris, there's picture evidence that we took the other night, and Chris was literally fall down drunk.
Wow.
He was fall down. I'm surprised he remembers anything of that night.
You got a video of that?
I got a picture. I don't have a video.
Oh, it would have been great if you had a video and you could put it on the JB Trio site.
I should have.
Yeah, I did not feel great the next morning. I did not. I was like, oh my.
And he had to cook breakfast for everybody.
Yeah, I had to cook breakfast for every people who stayed the night.
Oh, I would have videoed that. That would have been something to see.
I wish y'all would have came. I wish Mike would have came and Mark. Oh man, it was a sight to see.
Well,
always
you can-
invited. Always invited. Next on the
You can-
20th, we'll have one.
You could still put up the picture anyway.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think I will. That might be our new cover. I'm working on a new cover photo for our page. I'd like to come out with like a character that represents the league. I haven't unveiled it yet, but I might. I need some time to do it. I'll probably do it at the beginning of the summer league. But we're about to post our events page when you come out with a new event that you want to come out with. So the first week of June is our summer league. It's 2 on a team and still $25 a week sanctioned. We usually get about 14. We had 14 teams last year, and we typically have a playoff at the end of every summer. So hopefully we'll see you in the playoff. Make your teams now. Mark, I think you're still looking. Chris, I think you're still looking, asking somebody a week.
Yep.
Mike, have you got a partner for the summer? Are you going to bring out Ends Line?
I hadn't decided yet.
So
And Ricky, of course, I think also bowls in the summer, so that might be another potential.
you
I'm
want to be
thinking of
partners,
taking
Mike?
the summer off. I don't know yet. I haven't made a decision.
Oh, really?
But I'll still run the league. I just
Okay.
won't bowl the league.
Yeah.
Maybe. I haven't thought about it yet.
Michael, do you want to be partners?
I'm debating if I'm a bowl or not.
Aha.
So that's a nicer way
Yeah.
to say no. Gotcha.
It could
Yeah.
be. He bowled last
No,
summer.
no,
Yeah.
no.
okay.
Seriously. See, I didn't plan on bowling last summer, but hey,
Yeah, I
I
mean
ain't bowling for Lee.
that was a nice way of saying no. It really was.
So,
Hey, I wouldn't want to piss your mentor off.
oh,
He already left me for Brian. Brian.
Oh.
Yeah. He already left me for Brian. He said they want to make a comeback again for the Mavericks. The top
Christian
Mavericks.
Woodmansey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just telling you, Mike, if you want your game to go in the other direction downhill, go ahead and bowl Chris.
Or
All that practice would be for nothing.
It would be. All right, so real quick, guys, we got Bowler of the Week, Mr. Mike Henderson, 138 over his average. Good job there, Mike. Honorable mention to Gilbert. He shot 705, 108 over his average. Richard Flores bowled 80 over his average. Caden Connor and Ron Reynolds both had high 600s. Jerry Boudreau had 70 pins over her average for the ladies. So another week she made Bowler of the Week. And another week that I forgot to get Woodmansey. I do apologize. I'm not getting those. I need to start doing a better job of that. But I'll try again and see what we can come up with next week. Maybe we can get you an update on the last few weeks.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
always.
Certainly. It's been long overdue. We're happy to have you and hope to have you back again.
And I sure hope you break the streak of podcast guests losing the very next week they bowl.
Break the streak. Break the streak.
Yes, we need you to break the streak because
The curse of the
we've been
podcast.
struggling to get guests after the word got out.
See, I would rather do it this week. I didn't want to do it next week.
There
No,
you go.
I get you.
That's it.
Yeah.
And we're going to have the winner of the league on the podcast once the season's over. So we hope to have you back. Maybe we'll bring your whole team back and have the whole team on. That'll be crazy because that involves Ricky.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun.
No.
Oh,
Yes,
I
it
would,
will.
I really would love to see Chris deep tissue probe on Ricky.
Let's not.
Oh my God!
Let's not and say we did.
With the fruit roll-up probe.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys are gonna have to explain that fruit roll thing.
Oh
my God.
No.
Fruit
I'll let
roll-up.
Chris do that on his
Okay.
own time.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
he used to use peanut butter in his dog, but
Oh God! No.
Now we wrap it up in fruit roll up. Right? If you wrap it up in fruit roll up, the girl will like you more.
Oh Jesus!
The girl will like you more.
so you get the picture, Mike, right?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in again. Thank you so much, Michael Henderson, Player of the Week and Guest of Honor on the podcast. Thank you so much for being here with us today. Tune in next time to see where the Titanic is at in the placements, your favorite team, and who cares about the rest. If you don't tune in, you'll be like Elena, quitting bowling forever and going back on the fruit roll ride.